Imagine a world where the fiercest battles aren't fought with swords or guns, but with the sheer power of your mind. Picture resolving conflicts not with aggression, but through wisdom and understanding. What if I told you that ancient wisdom holds the keys to such victories? Welcome to the realm of Stoic philosophy, where the art of overcoming adversaries relies not on physical confrontation, but on mastering oneself. Through this time-honored practice, we can learn to navigate both personal and professional realms with a calm and calculated approach, dismantling hostility without lifting a finger. Stay with us as we delve into these remarkable strategies and uncover how they can transform your interactions, making you not just a survivor, but a strategist in the game of life. The first strategy involves cultivating inner calmness. Picture yourself standing in the midst of chaos, yet feeling an unshakable peace. This is the essence of inner calmness, a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal. By maintaining composure under pressure, you not only disarm your opponents but also earn their respect. The ancient Stoics knew this well. Take Seneca, for example. In times of political upheaval, Seneca's serene disposition allowed him to navigate treacherous waters with grace and authority. Similarly, Epictetus taught that our power lies in how we respond to the world around us, not in the events themselves. Envision a serene landscape within your mind, juxtaposed against the tumult of life's challenges. This mental image can serve as a reminder of the tranquility that can be achieved through Stoic practice. By embodying calmness, you create an aura of control and confidence that unsettles those who seek to provoke you, positioning yourself as a figure of strength without ever needing to raise your voice. The second strategy involves understanding their perspective. Imagine stepping into your opponent's shoes, seeing the world through their eyes. This practice is not just a gesture of kindness, it is a strategic maneuver that Stoicism champions. Empathy, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, holds the power to dissolve animosity and build bridges between adversaries. By genuinely trying to understand an opponent's motives and feelings, we uncover shared humanity and can find common ground. Take a moment to consider the countless historical instances where empathy diffused hostility. Think of the times when nations avoided war through dialogue and understanding, or when leaders transformed enemies into allies by acknowledging their concerns. For example, during the height of the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union managed to ease tensions through strategic talks where both sides made a concerted effort to understand each other's perspective. This approach often led to groundbreaking agreements, proving that empathy can indeed pave the way for peace. In our personal lives too, by seeing things from another's vantage point, we can turn potential conflicts into avenues for collaboration. This Stoic strategy teaches us that sometimes the most potent weapon against animosity is not argument, but a sincere attempt to understand. By embracing this practice, we don't just neutralize threats, we potentially gain allies, crafting a network of understanding and respect that transcends conflicts. The third strategy revolves around mastering your emotions. Imagine being a rock in a stormy sea, unperturbed by the violent waves crashing around you. This concept forms the crux of emotional control in Stoicism. By mastering our emotions, we place ourselves in a position of strength and stability that surprises those who attempt to unsettle us. Not reacting impulsively can catch adversaries off guard, disrupting their plans and shifting the power dynamics in your favor. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control every event, we can always govern our responses. Picture emotional waves calming in a storm, settling into a mirror-like surface. This imagery embodies the essence of emotional mastery. When faced with provocation, maintaining composure shows true power. It is the quiet confidence that unnerves opponents more than any loud retort ever could. Throughout history, we have seen leaders who, by mastering their emotional responses, were able to navigate through crises with unparalleled clarity and decisiveness. By practicing emotional control, we not only protect ourselves from unnecessary turmoil, but also command the respect and attention of those around us. This strategic calmness often leads adversaries to reassess their tactics, realizing that they are up against someone who cannot be easily swayed. By embodying this Stoic principle, we cultivate an inner resilience that transforms challenges into opportunities, positioning us as capable leaders in both personal and professional arenas. The fourth strategy revolves around the power of strategic silence. Envision a room filled with tension where words are exchanged like arrows. Now imagine choosing silence as your weapon. This approach might seem counterintuitive, yet it is one of the most potent tools in negotiations and confrontations. Choosing to pause and listen not only calms the storm, but also opens the door to clarity and unexpected insights. In the quiet spaces between spoken words, truth often reveals itself. Let's look at history for testament to this tactic. Consider Mahatma Gandhi, a leader who wielded silence with precision. His silent protest spoke volumes, making more impact than any heated debate could. Similarly, in the realm of diplomacy, the art of strategic silence has often been employed to great effect. During the Cuban Missile Crisis, President John F. Kennedy famously maintained composure, allowing silence to speak volumes while his team gathered critical intelligence. This pause provided room for rational decision-making, ultimately averting nuclear catastrophe. By practicing strategic silence, we allow our adversaries to fill the void, often revealing their intentions unwittingly. This technique not only grants us deeper understanding, but also positions us as thoughtful leaders who value listening as much as speaking. In personal interactions too, a well-timed pause can diffuse tension, granting us the upper hand. By harnessing the power of silence, we demonstrate strength and patience, qualities that can transform potential conflicts into opportunities for dialogue and resolution. Through this Stoic approach, we learn that sometimes saying nothing at all can be the most powerful statement of all. The fifth strategy emphasizes leading by example. Picture yourself not as someone who commands attention with words, but as a person who naturally inspires others through actions. This Stoic principle highlights the profound impact of embodying virtues to influence those around us positively. Instead of engaging in endless discussions or arguments, let your behavior illustrate your beliefs and values. This method of leadership, grounded in Stoicism, demonstrates that powerful change often starts with setting an example. Consider the lives of famous figures who have embodied this principle throughout history. Reflect on individuals like Nelson Mandela, whose commitment to justice and reconciliation spoke louder than any speech could. His unwavering dedication to peace and equality inspired a nation and dismantled decades of apartheid, showing that actions truly speak louder than words. Similarly, Mother Teresa's life of service exemplified the virtues of compassion and selflessness, touching countless lives and fostering a legacy of kindness. Visualize these icons and how their deeds transformed the world around them, proving that exemplary conduct is indeed a formidable force. By embodying such virtues, you not only inspire others but also subtly undermine adversarial intentions. Actions that reflect ethical values create an environment of trust and respect, which can often lead adversaries to question their motives. In personal and professional settings, this approach builds influence and fosters environments where positive change thrives. Embracing this Stoic practice, we learn that by living our values with integrity, we can become beacons of inspiration, guiding others through our example rather than our words. The sixth strategy highlights forgiveness as a form of power. Picture forgiveness not as surrender but as a strategic choice that dismantles hostility and builds bridges. This Stoic approach recognizes that holding onto grudges or seeking revenge often drains our energy and clouds our judgment. Instead, by choosing forgiveness, we liberate ourselves from the chains of past conflicts and open the door to new possibilities for reconciliation and growth. Let's delve into some examples where forgiveness transformed enemies into allies and altered the course of history. Consider Nelson Mandela, who, after spending 27 years in prison, emerged with a message of forgiveness and reconciliation. Instead of fueling further division, he sought to unite a fractured nation. His decision to forgive not only dismantled apartheid but also inspired global movements for peace and justice. Similarly, Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence and forgiveness helped free India from colonial rule. By choosing understanding over retribution, both leaders turned potential sources of conflict into powerful forces for change. In our own lives, embracing forgiveness can yield similar results. Imagine a situation where a colleague wrongs you. Instead of harboring resentment, deciding to forgive can lead to strengthened workplace relationships and increased productivity. This choice doesn't denote weakness, rather, it demonstrates strength and foresight, showcasing a level of maturity that helps diffuse tension and foster a cooperative environment. By adopting forgiveness, we cultivate an aura of resilience and confidence, transforming adversarial interactions into opportunities for collaboration and understanding. Through this Stoic lens, we learn that forgiveness is not about forgetting the past but about shaping a more harmonious future. The seventh strategy focuses on detachment from outcomes. Imagine releasing yourself from the chains of worry about what might or might not happen. In Stoic philosophy, there is a profound emphasis on focusing on actions rather than results. This mindset teaches us that while we can control our efforts, the outcomes are often beyond our grasp. By cultivating this perspective, we shift the power away from adversaries who rely on external validation and outcomes to define their success. Envision a craftsman diligently working on a project, pouring heart and skill into each detail, yet remaining unfazed by the judgment of others or the final outcome. This craftsman embodies the Stoic principle of acting with purpose and letting go of the rest. Consider how this approach can transform interactions and perceptions. By focusing on what you can control, your actions, decisions, and responses, you liberate yourself from the burden of external expectations and opinions. This mental freedom not only diminishes the influence adversaries may have over you, but also ensures that your actions are driven by intrinsic values rather than fear of failure or desire for praise. Reflect on historical figures who exemplified this idea, such as Marcus Aurelius, who emphasized the importance of doing one's duty irrespective of the consequences. In personal and professional contexts, adopting a mindset focused on actions empowers you to navigate challenges confidently, knowing that your worth is defined by your efforts rather than unpredictable outcomes. Through this Stoic practice, we learn to approach life with equanimity, finding strength in the knowledge that our actions are meaningful, regardless of the results they yield. By embracing detachment from outcomes, we position ourselves to face adversities with calm resolve, transforming potential sources of power over us into mere background noise. The eighth strategy centers on building inner resilience. Picture yourself as a tree standing strong despite the fiercest winds, deeply rooted and unwavering amidst life's storms. This image captures the essence of inner resilience, a core tenet of Stoic philosophy. By cultivating mental fortitude, you create a shield against psychological attacks, enabling you to withstand challenges with grace and confidence. Resilience is not about avoiding hardships, but about learning to thrive in their presence. Stoicism teaches us that true power lies not in external circumstances, but in our capacity to respond to them. This practice involves strengthening the mind to remain steady and unshaken by adversities. Imagine modern practices such as mindfulness and resilience training as tools in your arsenal, helping you build this inner strength. Mindfulness, with its focus on present moment awareness, allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, reducing their impact. Resilience training equips you with strategies to navigate stress, fostering a mindset of growth and adaptability. By integrating these practices with Stoic wisdom, you create a robust foundation that supports you through life's trials. Think of historical figures who embodied resilience, like Viktor Frankl, whose unyielding spirit allowed him to find meaning in the harshest conditions. In our lives, cultivating inner resilience empowers us to face psychological attacks with a composed mind, transforming potential vulnerabilities into pillars of strength. Through this Stoic approach, we discover that resilience is not merely enduring hardship but rising above it, developing a mental fortitude that shields us from negativity and fosters a life of purpose and peace. By practicing resilience, we not only fortify ourselves but also inspire those around us, demonstrating that true strength comes from within. The ninth strategy focuses on practicing virtue. Picture yourself embodying wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in every interaction. These timeless virtues form the bedrock of Stoic philosophy, paving the way for authentic and transformative relationships. By practicing these virtues, you not only enrich your character, but also wield a subtle yet profound influence over adversaries. Imagine a scenario where your calm wisdom guides a heated discussion toward productive solutions, or where your courage inspires others to stand up for what is right. Each virtue plays a unique role in shaping interactions. Wisdom guides you to thoughtful decisions, encouraging a broader perspective. Courage empowers you to face challenges with a steady hand, fearlessly pursuing truth and justice. Practicing justice ensures fairness and integrity, fostering an environment of respect and trust. Temperance teaches balance and moderation, helping navigate emotions and desires with composure. Consider historical figures who embodied these virtues, like Socrates, whose wisdom and courage in the pursuit of truth continue to inspire. In every aspect of our lives, embodying virtues acts as a catalyst for positive change, encouraging adversaries to reconsider their stance or actions. By committing to virtuous living, you create a ripple effect, transforming not just your interactions but also the broader environment around you. Through this Stoic practice, we learn that virtues are not just ideals but powerful tools for fostering understanding, respect, and collaboration. In the realm of human connection, virtues serve as guiding stars, steering us toward honorable and enriching relationships. By practicing virtue, we not only cultivate inner growth but also illuminate the path for others, demonstrating that true strength and influence come from a moral and virtuous life. The 10th strategy focuses on the art of non-reaction. Imagine a situation where someone expects you to lash out, yet you respond with calm and measured silence. This Stoic practice of non-reaction can be incredibly powerful, as it destabilizes opponents who are counting on provoking a heated response. Think of it as a game of chess where the unexpected move is to remain still. By refusing to engage in knee-jerk reactions, you maintain control over the situation, leaving your adversaries unsettled and uncertain about their next steps. In everyday interactions, this approach can transform potential confrontations into opportunities for peaceful resolutions. Picture a workplace disagreement where a colleague is hoping to ignite conflict. Instead of taking the bait, choosing a calm demeanor disarms them, shifting the energy from confrontation to reflection. This Stoic strategy extends its influence into personal relationships too. Imagine a heated family argument where one's silence speaks louder than words, allowing emotions to settle and providing space for rational dialogue. Many of history's great leaders have used the power of non-reaction strategically, maintaining their composure under pressure and diffusing hostility with grace. By practicing this art, we learn that often the most potent response is no response at all, empowering us to navigate challenging interactions with stability and wisdom. By embracing non-reaction, we not only protect ourselves from unnecessary turmoil, but also cultivate an atmosphere where thoughtful communication can flourish. Through this Stoic approach, we develop an internal compass that keeps us grounded, demonstrating that true strength lies in the ability to hold one's peace in the face of provocation. By mastering the art of non-reaction, we position ourselves as pillars of calm in turbulent environments, inspiring others to seek harmony over discord. The 11th strategy involves reframing challenges. Imagine a situation where a problem arises, one that seems daunting and impassable. Instead of succumbing to stress or fear, picture reshaping the issue into an opportunity for growth and learning. This perspective is central to Stoic philosophy. By seeing challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks, we equip ourselves with the mental agility needed to navigate life's hurdles. This approach disarms adversaries who seek to provoke anxiety or doubt, as it shifts the narrative from one of defeat to resilience. Consider how this reframing can transform not only our perception but also our actions. When faced with an obstacle, viewing it as a chance to develop new skills or insights fosters a mindset of innovation and adaptability. History provides countless examples of individuals who embraced this mindset and turned adversity into advantage. Think of Thomas Edison, who viewed each failed experiment as a step closer to success, famously stating he had not failed but found 10,000 ways that would not work. This reframing transformed potential setbacks into catalysts for progress. In personal and professional contexts, adopting this Stoic perspective allows us to approach challenges with curiosity and determination rather than fear and frustration. By reframing obstacles, we reduce their power over us, crafting a narrative where growth and learning become central themes. Through this practice, we learn that challenges, no matter how formidable, can be transformed into valuable experiences that fortify our resilience and broaden our horizons. By embracing this Stoic approach, we develop a mindset that not only faces adversity with poise but also thrives in its wake, turning potential downfalls into powerful opportunities for personal development and success. The 12th strategy involves using humor and lightness to diffuse tension. Imagine being in the middle of a heated argument where tempers flare and words become weapons. Now picture breaking through that tension with a well-timed joke or a light-hearted comment. This Stoic approach of using humor not only diffuses hostility, but also changes the emotional tone of the confrontation. Humor, when used thoughtfully, can act as a bridge between opposing sides, opening the door for understanding and resolution. It serves as a powerful reminder that not every situation needs to be grave or serious. Sometimes a simple laugh can dissolve animosity and prompt a shift in perspective. Consider moments in history where humor has played a pivotal role in easing tensions. Think of diplomatic exchanges where leaders used wit to lighten the atmosphere, creating a platform for more productive conversations. In our daily lives, we can harness this power too. Imagine a tense meeting at work where a carefully placed light-hearted remark turns frowns into smiles, encouraging everyone to approach the issue with a fresh mindset. Or think about family gatherings where humor transforms heated debates into spirited discussions, fostering a sense of camaraderie. Humor has the unique ability to humanize us, reminding everyone involved of their shared humanity. By integrating humor into our interactions, we disarm potential conflicts and create an environment where people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment or hostility. It encourages openness and vulnerability, qualities that are essential for genuine connection and understanding. Through this Stoic practice, we learn that lightness, rather than being a distraction, can serve as a profound tool for change. By embracing humor, we not only navigate conflicts with grace but also become beacons of light in otherwise dark situations, illustrating that sometimes a smile or a laugh is the shortest distance between two people. The 13th strategy centers on the concept of accepting what you cannot change. Imagine facing a frustrating situation where control slips through your fingers. Stoic philosophy teaches us that acceptance is not about defeat but about liberation. By learning to accept the things we cannot change, we free ourselves from the emotional turmoil that often accompanies resistance. Acceptance acts as a shield, undermining attempts by others to yank at our emotional chains. Picture a river calmly flowing around obstacles rather than battling against them. This imagery captures the essence of acceptance, demonstrating a state of peace and clarity amid turbulence. By embracing this perspective, we shift our focus away from what is beyond our control and towards our responses and actions. Consider how this mindset can transform adversarial dynamics. When faced with someone seeking to provoke a reaction, accepting the situation as it is strips away their influence over your emotional state. This Stoic approach empowers us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, maintaining our composure and control. In personal and professional environments, practicing acceptance allows us to navigate challenges with grace, recognizing that while we cannot change every circumstance, we can always choose how we engage with them. Reflect on leaders throughout history who have embodied this principle, finding strength in acceptance and using it to guide their decisions with wisdom and calm. By adopting this Stoic practice, we cultivate a resilient mindset that not only shields us from unnecessary distress, but also fosters a sense of inner peace and empowerment. Acceptance teaches us that letting go is not about giving up. It is about creating space for growth and opportunity, transforming challenges into lessons and frustration into freedom. Through this practice, we discover the liberating power of acceptance, equipping us to face life's uncertainties with strength and serenity. Utilizing logic and reason involves harnessing the power of clear thinking to dismantle arguments and diffuse conflicts. Imagine being in a discussion where emotions run high and words are exchanged carelessly. Now picture yourself calmly dissecting the situation with reason, bringing clarity to chaos. This practice, deeply ingrained in Stoic philosophy, emphasizes the strength found in logical reasoning rather than emotional reactions. Logic serves as a beacon of clarity, illuminating paths toward resolution and understanding. Consider historical figures like Marcus Aurelius, who relied on logical thinking to govern effectively, making decisions that resonated with fairness and wisdom. When you approach a problem with clear reasoning, you strip away the noise of emotional turmoil, allowing the essence of the issue to surface. This Stoic strategy encourages us to ask questions, to evaluate evidence, and to dissect arguments with precision. In personal and professional settings, using logic transforms potential confrontations into collaborative dialogues. Imagine negotiating a deal where opposing parties are stuck at an impasse. By presenting arguments based on facts and clear thinking, you guide the conversation toward common ground. Similarly, in personal relationships, logic can help bridge gaps of misunderstanding, fostering communication that is constructive rather than destructive. Through this practice, we learn that logic isn't just about winning an argument, it is about guiding it toward truth and mutual respect. By embracing this Stoic principle, we develop a mindset that not only resolves disputes but also builds bridges of understanding, demonstrating that true power lies in the ability to think clearly and reason well. With logic and reason by your side, you cultivate an environment where clarity and insight prevail over confusion and discord. Strategic withdrawal involves recognizing when a conflict is futile and choosing to walk away. Imagine a scenario where every attempt at resolution is met with resistance and escalation. In such moments, the wisdom lies not in persisting but in gracefully stepping back. This concept, rooted in Stoic philosophy, teaches us that disengaging from unproductive battles not only preserves our dignity but also conserves our energy for more meaningful pursuits. Picture yourself in a conversation that spirals into an argument, each word adding fuel to the fire. Now, imagine choosing to withdraw, allowing the flames to subside. This action is not an admission of defeat, but a strategic decision to prioritize peace over prolonged discord. By walking away, you reclaim your focus, redirecting it towards endeavors that truly matter. Consider historical instances where leaders chose strategic withdrawal to avert greater conflicts, preserving nations' resources and morale. In personal interactions, this approach can transform the dynamic, signaling maturity and self-control. Imagine a situation at work where a disagreement threatens to escalate. By choosing to step back, you diffuse tension and open the door for cooler heads to prevail. This Stoic practice teaches us that sometimes the greatest strength is shown by not engaging, by letting go. By embracing strategic withdrawal, we learn to maintain our composure and focus on what truly contributes to our growth and goals. It allows us to rise above the noise, demonstrating that dignity and wisdom often speak louder than any argument. Through this approach, we cultivate an environment where thoughtful reflection replaces reactive confrontation, preserving our energy for battles worth fighting. The 16th strategy focuses on embracing simplicity. Picture a life uncluttered by unnecessary possessions or desires, where the emphasis is on what truly matters. This Stoic principle reminds us that by living simply, we strip away the leverage adversaries might use against us. In a world where complexity often creates vulnerabilities, simplicity acts as a shield, protecting us from manipulation and external pressures. Imagine how lessening attachment to material wealth or social status reduces the power others may have over you. By choosing simplicity, we free ourselves from the burdens of excess, fostering a sense of contentment and independence. Think about historical figures who embodied this principle, such as Diogenes the Cynic, who famously rejected material wealth in pursuit of genuine contentment. In modern times, this approach translates to prioritizing experiences and relationships over possessions. Consider a scenario where adversaries attempt to exploit your need for approval or material gain. By embracing simplicity, these attempts fall flat as you stand grounded in self-sufficiency and contentment. In personal and professional settings, this mindset encourages mindful choices that align with core values, creating a life less susceptible to external influence or coercion. By living simply, we reduce distractions and hone our focus on what truly brings joy and fulfillment. Through this practice, we learn that true power and resilience come not from accumulating more but from needing less. By embracing simplicity, we cultivate an inner strength that shields us from external manipulation, demonstrating that a life well lived is not measured by possessions but by the richness of experiences and connections. This Stoic approach fosters an environment where authenticity thrives, empowering us to navigate life's complexities with clarity and grace. The 17th strategy focuses on practicing gratitude. Imagine transforming your perspective by simply appreciating what you already have. This powerful approach, rooted in Stoic philosophy, encourages us to shift our focus from scarcity and negativity to abundance and positivity. By cultivating gratitude, we neutralize the negativity projected by others, creating a shield of contentment and peace around us. Envision waking up each morning and reflecting on the things you're grateful for, no matter how small they may seem. This practice sets the tone for the day, fostering a mindset that recognizes the blessings in our lives. Consider how this perspective can transform interactions with adversaries. When faced with negativity or conflict, gratitude acts as a buffer, allowing us to respond with patience and understanding instead of defensiveness. Think of historical figures who employed gratitude as a tool for resilience, like Viktor Frankl, who found meaning and solace even in the darkest circumstances by focusing on the small moments of beauty and humanity around him. In modern times, practicing gratitude can have profound effects on our mental well-being and relationships. Imagine at the workplace where expressing appreciation for a colleague's contribution can shift the energy of an entire team toward positivity and collaboration. Similarly, in personal relationships, gratitude can mend rifts and strengthen bonds, as it encourages us to focus on the good rather than dwell on conflicts or misunderstandings. Through this Stoic practice, we learn that gratitude is not just a feeling but a deliberate choice that enriches our lives and interactions. By embracing gratitude, we cultivate a resilient mindset that sees opportunities in challenges and finds peace amid adversity. This choice empowers us to rise above negativity, crafting a life where joy and appreciation serve as our compass. By practicing gratitude, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also inspire those around us to see the world through a lens of abundance and possibility. The 18th strategy revolves around setting boundaries with compassion. Picture a situation where someone continuously encroaches on your personal space or demands more than you can give. Now imagine asserting your limits with empathy and understanding instead of confrontation or hostility. This Stoic approach emphasizes the importance of establishing boundaries in a way that is firm yet considerate of others' perspectives. By doing so, we not only protect our own well-being but also preserve the dignity and respect of those around us. Imagine a boundary as a gentle yet unyielding line that defines your space and needs, communicated with clarity and kindness. It is about saying no without guilt and yes without resentment, creating a balance where your needs are met without disregarding others. Consider historical figures like Eleanor Roosevelt, who gracefully maintained her principles, setting boundaries with compassion in her advocacy for human rights. In personal relationships, this practice can transform dynamics, fostering an environment where both parties feel heard and respected. Picture a scenario at work where a colleague frequently oversteps your time. By asserting your limits compassionately, you create an understanding that encourages cooperation rather than conflict. Similarly, in family interactions, setting boundaries with love helps maintain relationships without sacrificing personal integrity. This Stoic practice teaches us that boundaries are not walls but bridges that connect us with others while honoring our truths. By embracing this approach, we learn that compassion and firmness can coexist, allowing us to navigate relationships with grace and strength. By setting boundaries with compassion, we cultivate an environment where mutual respect thrives, empowering us to engage with others authentically while safeguarding our own space and peace. Through this practice, we discover that true power lies in knowing and asserting our limits without compromising connection or empathy. The 19th strategy revolves around focusing on your circle of control. Imagine standing firm in the face of a storm, undeterred by the chaos swirling around you. This Stoic principle highlights the importance of directing your energy toward what you can control, primarily your reactions and decisions, rather than being consumed by external events. By concentrating on your circle of control, you empower yourself to maintain composure and effectiveness regardless of the circumstances. Consider the wisdom of differentiating between what you can change and what lies beyond your influence. Picture a scenario where pressures from work or relationships mount, creating a whirlwind of stress. Rather than being swept away, focusing on your own responses and actions allows you to take purposeful steps forward. This shift in perspective diminishes the power of adversities, reinforcing your inner stability. Reflect on historical figures like Viktor Frankl, who found freedom even in imprisonment by choosing how to respond to his circumstances. In our lives, this Stoic approach teaches us that true strength comes not from controlling the uncontrollable, but from managing our own attitudes and behaviors. By honing in on what is within our reach, we reduce anxiety and foster resilience, effectively transforming challenges into opportunities for growth. Through this practice, we learn that we are not powerless against life's storms. Instead, we are equipped with the ability to navigate them with wisdom and intent. By focusing on your circle of control, you craft a life defined by deliberate action and measured response, where peace is found not in altering the world but in steering your own course amid its unpredictabilities. The 20th strategy involves practicing mindful breathing techniques. Imagine finding yourself in a tense situation where emotions are high and the air feels thick with stress. Now picture yourself pausing, closing your eyes, and taking a deep, intentional breath. This simple act can transform the atmosphere around you, grounding your energy and restoring a sense of calmness amid chaos. Mindful breathing, a technique deeply rooted in Stoic practice, offers a powerful way to maintain clarity and composure when faced with confrontation. By directing your focus to your breath, you create a buffer between your immediate reaction and a thoughtful response. Consider the power of taking slow, measured inhalations and exhalations, allowing each breath to guide you back to a place of centeredness and perspective. This technique serves as an anchor, tethering you to the present moment and preventing the tides of stress from sweeping your way. Imagine a leader preparing to speak in a high-stakes meeting, using mindful breathing to steady their nerves and project confidence. This practice can be just as transformative in personal interactions, where a few focused breaths enable you to diffuse tension and engage with empathy and understanding rather than defensiveness. Think about the simplicity of this practice and how accessible it is, requiring nothing more than awareness and the willingness to pause. By incorporating mindful breathing into your daily routine, you cultivate a tool that enhances resilience and self-control, empowering you to navigate challenges with grace and clarity. Through this Stoic approach, we learn that sometimes the most potent means of overcoming adversity is to simply breathe, creating a space where thoughtful action can flourish. By practicing mindful breathing, we not only reinforce our mental fortitude, but also inspire those around us to find tranquility and focus even in the most demanding circumstances. Self-reflection and assessment involve taking a step back to evaluate your own strengths and weaknesses. Imagine looking into a mirror not to see your reflection but to understand the essence of who you are. This practice, central to Stoic philosophy, emphasizes the power of introspection in fostering personal growth and resilience. By regularly engaging in self-assessment, you gain insight into your own behaviors and patterns, allowing you to identify areas for improvement and celebrate your strengths. Picture yourself as a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble, gradually revealing a masterpiece beneath. This imagery captures the transformative potential of reflection, where each moment of honesty and clarity brings you closer to self-awareness and fulfillment. Consider how this Stoic approach can empower you in personal and professional contexts. By recognizing your strengths, you build confidence and leverage them to achieve your goals. Equally important is acknowledging your weaknesses, which enables you to address them proactively, turning potential vulnerabilities into opportunities for growth. Throughout history, great leaders have harnessed the power of reflection to navigate challenges with wisdom and foresight. By adopting this practice, we learn that understanding oneself is the cornerstone of effective decision-making and authentic living. Through regular self-assessment, you cultivate a mindset of continuous improvement, positioning yourself to respond to life's demands with greater clarity and purpose. This Stoic practice teaches us that true strength lies not in ignoring our flaws, but in embracing them as part of our journey to becoming the best version of ourselves. By engaging in self-reflection, we not only enhance our personal development, but also inspire those around us to embark on their own paths of self-discovery, fostering a culture of growth and understanding. The 22nd strategy focuses on value-based decision-making. Imagine navigating through life's numerous choices with a steadfast anchor, your core values. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, emphasizes the stabilizing power of making decisions that align with your deeply held principles. Picture yourself standing at a crossroads with various paths vying for your attention. By choosing the direction that resonates with your values, you ground yourself in authenticity and purpose, steering clear of the uncertainties that often accompany superficial desires. Consider how this practice can act as a guiding light in both personal and professional spheres. When faced with challenging decisions, reflecting on your core values provides clarity and direction, ensuring that your actions are consistent with your true self. Imagine a leader faced with a difficult choice that involves ethical considerations. By drawing on their values of integrity and fairness, they make a decision that not only benefits their organization but also strengthens their leadership credibility. This Stoic approach reminds us that when our decisions are grounded in values, we gain a sense of calm and certainty, knowing that we are acting in accordance with what truly matters to us. This consistency builds trust with others and fosters an environment where ethical standards thrive. Reflect on historical figures who exemplified value-based decision-making, such as Mahatma Gandhi, whose commitment to non-violence and justice influenced every aspect of his leadership. By embracing this approach, we learn that true resilience and strength come from remaining rooted in our principles, even in the face of adversity. Through value-based decision-making, we create a life characterized by meaningful actions and unwavering integrity, inspiring those around us to consider the importance of aligning their decisions with their deepest values. This practice empowers us to not only navigate life's complexities with grace and wisdom, but also to leave a lasting positive impact on the world. The 23rd strategy involves practicing deliberate patience. Imagine standing at a crossroads where haste urges you forward, but the path of patience beckons you to pause and consider your steps carefully. This Stoic principle teaches that patience is not just a passive state but a strategic tool capable of outlasting and outwitting impulsive adversaries. Picture a game of chess where each move is carefully thought out, the board observed with calm precision. This imagery embodies the essence of deliberate patience, where every action is informed by foresight and restraint. Consider how this practice enables you to navigate conflicts and challenges with a steady hand. By resisting the urge to react impulsively, you disrupt the plans of those who rely on quick and emotional responses. Reflect on historical leaders who demonstrated the power of patience, such as Mahatma Gandhi, whose commitment to non-violent resistance required immense patience and perseverance. Their ability to stand firm and wait for the right moment proved more powerful than any immediate reaction. In our own lives, practicing deliberate patience allows us to approach situations with clarity and wisdom. Imagine a workplace scenario where a colleague's impulsivity seeks to provoke you. By choosing patience, you maintain control and turn potential conflict into an opportunity for constructive dialogue. This Stoic practice emphasizes the strength found in waiting, as patience often reveals insights and solutions hidden in the rush of immediacy. Through this approach, we learn that patience is not a sign of weakness, but a hallmark of strength and self-control. By embracing deliberate patience, we cultivate an ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and resolve, demonstrating that sometimes the most powerful act is waiting for the right moment to unfold. The 24th strategy highlights the strength in vulnerability. Imagine a moment where you openly acknowledge your own weaknesses, not as a sign of defeat but as a calculated choice to disarm conflict. This idea may seem counterintuitive, yet Stoic philosophy teaches us that vulnerability, when embraced with intention, becomes a formidable strength. By admitting vulnerabilities, you dismantle the adversary's attempts to exploit them, transforming potential liabilities into sources of empowerment. Picture a warrior in a battle who unexpectedly lays down their shield, not in surrender, but to offer a gesture of trust and honesty. This action often leaves the opponent confounded, as the anticipated advantage turns into an opportunity for connection and understanding. Reflect on how this principle applies across various interactions. In personal relationships, revealing your vulnerabilities can foster deeper bonds, creating an environment of authenticity and trust. Imagine a conversation with a friend where you share your struggles, prompting them to do the same, turning potential judgment into mutual support. Consider how leaders throughout history have harnessed vulnerability to connect with their followers, demonstrating that true leadership involves authenticity and empathy. When a leader admits a mistake or seeks advice, it not only humanizes them but also inspires others to contribute openly, fostering a culture of collaboration and growth. By openly acknowledging areas of improvement, you invite others to engage without fear, creating a space where mutual respect and cooperation thrive. This Stoic practice teaches us that embracing vulnerability requires courage, and within that courage lies an unyielding strength. By presenting our authentic selves, we navigate challenges with an openness that encourages others to do the same. Through this approach, we discover that true power is found not in invincibility but in the courage to be real, enabling us to transform potential weaknesses into pillars of connection and resilience. Embrace this principle to disarm contention and foster a life enriched by meaningful relationships and profound understanding. The 25th strategy revolves around networking and creating alliances. Imagine being surrounded by a community of allies who stand by you, creating a powerful support system. In Stoic philosophy, building strong networks is not just about social connections but strategic safeguards against adversaries. By cultivating relationships based on mutual respect and shared values, you fortify your position, turning potential threats into collaborative opportunities. Picture a web of strong, reliable connections that act as a buffer, providing counsel and strength in times of need. Consider how throughout history, alliances have played crucial roles in overcoming adversities. Think of Winston Churchill's ability to rally nations during World War II, leveraging the strength of allies to achieve common goals. In our personal and professional lives, creating such networks allows us to draw on the collective wisdom and resources of others. Imagine navigating workplace challenges with a group of trusted colleagues, each contributing their strengths and perspectives, or relying on personal friendships that offer support and guidance during difficult times. By building alliances, you not only gain practical benefits but also a sense of belonging and empowerment. This Stoic practice teaches us that enduring connections are formed through trust, honesty, and mutual benefit. By investing in these relationships, we prepare ourselves to face adversaries with a united front, shifting interactions from confrontation to collaboration. Reflect on how this approach empowers us to navigate life's complexities with confidence and resilience, knowing that we are not alone. Through networking and alliances, we transform potential isolation into a community of strength, proving that in unity, we find the resilience to overcome obstacles and the wisdom to thrive. By embracing this principle, we cultivate a network that supports not only our goals but also our growth, reinforcing that true strength is found in the bonds we create. The 26th strategy emphasizes the importance of effective communication skills. Imagine standing at a crossroads in a conversation where the choice of words can bridge or break connections. This approach, rooted in Stoic philosophy, highlights the power of clarity and assertiveness in verbal exchanges. Picture yourself engaging in dialogue where your words are not just heard but resonate with others, creating understanding and respect. By communicating effectively, you ensure that your message is conveyed precisely, minimizing misunderstandings and fostering positive interactions. Consider how clarity in communication acts as a compass, guiding conversations toward common ground. When we articulate our thoughts with precision, we invite others to engage openly, reducing the potential for conflict. Reflect on the role of assertiveness in expressing our needs and boundaries, ensuring that we are heard without overshadowing others' perspectives. Think about historical figures known for their eloquence, like Nelson Mandela, whose articulate speech and assertive presence inspired reconciliation and unity. In our everyday lives, effective communication skills empower us to navigate personal and professional landscapes with confidence and assurance. Imagine a workplace scenario where a team leader uses clear communication to unite team members around a shared goal. This fosters an environment of cooperation where each contribution is valued and conflict is minimized. Similarly, in personal relationships, clarity and assertiveness ensure that both parties feel understood and respected, reinforcing the bonds of trust and connection. This Stoic practice teaches us that communication is not just about speaking but about listening and responding thoughtfully. By honing these skills, we become adept at navigating conversations with grace and insight, turning potential disagreements into opportunities for mutual growth. Through this approach, we learn the art of communicating with intent and integrity, demonstrating that true strength lies not in unyielding words but in the thoughtful expression of ideas. Embrace this principle to enhance your interactions, transforming them into pathways for understanding and collaboration. The 27th strategy involves engaging in emotional resilience exercises. Imagine building a fortress within yourself, one that can withstand the storms of antagonistic behavior without crumbling. This Stoic approach emphasizes strengthening your emotional resilience to protect against the negativity projected by others. Picture a toolkit filled with practices designed to bolster your inner strength, allowing you to face challenges with equanimity and stability. Consider incorporating practices like mindfulness meditation, which centers your mind and reduces reactivity. By dedicating time each day to sit quietly, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts without judgment, you cultivate a state of inner calm that shields against external turmoil. Reflect on the practice of journaling, where you pour out your thoughts and emotions, processing your experiences and gaining clarity. This exercise can act as an emotional release, reducing stress and fostering a deeper understanding of yourself and your reactions. Think about incorporating physical activity such as yoga or Tai Chi, which marries movement with mindfulness, teaching you to remain present and balanced regardless of external pressures. Consider the transformative power of regular reflection on your values and goals, reminding yourself of your purpose and grounding yourself in what truly matters. This Stoic practice fortifies your emotional defenses, allowing you to navigate life with grace and resilience. By engaging in these exercises, you create a resilient mindset that not only endures but thrives amid adversity. Through this practice, we learn that emotional resilience is not a static trait but a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened. By embracing these exercises, we empower ourselves to face antagonistic behavior with confidence and clarity, demonstrating that true strength arises from within. This approach allows us to transform potential sources of emotional distress into stepping stones for personal growth and fulfillment, inspiring others to do the same. The 28th strategy involves staying true to your principles. Imagine walking a path guided by a steady compass, where your actions and decisions are firmly rooted in authenticity and integrity. This Stoic principle underscores the power of remaining true to your values as a formidable defense against manipulation. Picture yourself as a lighthouse, standing unwavering amid the swirling tides of external pressures and deceit. By aligning your actions with your core beliefs, you create a shield that protects you from the sway of manipulation and coercion. Consider how authenticity fosters trust and credibility, ensuring that your intentions are clear and consistent. When you act in accordance with your values, you inspire others to respect your decisions, reducing the likelihood of being manipulated or swayed by external influences. Reflect on historical figures who embodied this principle, like Mahatma Gandhi, whose unwavering commitment to truth and non-violence set a powerful example that inspired change. His adherence to principles not only fortified his leadership but also garnered immense respect and trust from followers and adversaries alike. In our own lives, staying true to our principles empowers us to navigate challenges with confidence and clarity. Imagine a professional setting where ethical dilemmas arise. By adhering to your values, you maintain integrity and avoid compromises that could lead to manipulation. Similarly, in personal relationships, authenticity strengthens bonds, creating environments where mutual respect and honesty thrive. This Stoic practice teaches us that authenticity is not just about self-expression, but about living with purpose and integrity. By staying true to your principles, you cultivate an inner strength that shields against external manipulation and fosters genuine connections. Through this approach, we learn that true resilience and influence come from being steadfast in our beliefs, demonstrating that the most powerful weapon against manipulation is unwavering integrity. Embrace this principle to navigate life's complexities with grace, ensuring that your path is guided by authenticity and grounded in unwavering values. The 29th strategy involves learning from failures. Imagine each setback not as a defeat, but as a stepping stone toward success. This Stoic principle reminds us that within every failure lies an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Picture a sculptor refining a flawed piece of marble, each chip bringing the masterpiece closer to perfection. This imagery captures the essence of transforming weaknesses into strengths through the lessons failures impart. Consider how this approach can empower you to face challenges with a mindset geared toward improvement and resilience. When something does not go as planned, ask yourself what it taught you, what insights you gained, and how it can guide your future actions. Reflect on historical figures who exemplified this principle. Thomas Edison famously reframed his countless failed experiments as essential steps toward his final success, teaching us that persistence and learning are crucial components of innovation. In our personal and professional lives, adopting this Stoic practice allows us to embrace challenges with a proactive attitude. Imagine encountering a setback at work, viewing it not as a source of frustration but as an opportunity to refine your approach. By analyzing where things went wrong and why, you gather valuable insights that pave the way for future success. Similarly, in personal relationships, acknowledging and learning from missteps fosters growth and understanding, strengthening bonds over time. This practice teaches us that failure is not the end but a vital part of the journey toward mastery and fulfillment. By embracing failure, we empower ourselves to see beyond setbacks, turning potential vulnerabilities into pillars of strength. Through this Stoic lens, we discover that true resilience lies in the ability to learn, adapt, and persevere, transforming failures into stepping stones on the path to success. By embracing this principle, we cultivate a mindset that is unshaken by setbacks, continuously learning and evolving, proving that the journey of growth is as significant as the destination. The 30th strategy involves visualization techniques. Imagine closing your eyes and vividly picturing a desired outcome, visualizing every detail with clarity and purpose. This Stoic practice emphasizes the power of mental imagery to prepare for confrontational situations with poise and confidence. By envisioning positive outcomes, you train your mind to focus on success, effectively setting the stage for real-life interactions. Consider how athletes visualize their performance before a competition, imagining each move and sensation to enhance their actual execution. This technique, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, can be applied to any situation where mental preparation is key. Picture a challenging meeting where you anticipate conflict. By visualizing a calm and constructive dialogue, you equip yourself with the mindset needed to navigate the discussion smoothly. This imagery serves as a rehearsal, aligning your thoughts and emotions with the outcome you desire. Reflect on how visualization can boost your confidence and clarity, reducing anxiety and shifting your focus from potential setbacks to possibilities for positive outcomes. In personal and professional contexts, this practice empowers you to approach confrontations with a calm and centered demeanor, ready to engage effectively and thoughtfully. Imagine visualizing a harmonious resolution to a family dispute or a successful presentation that captures your audience's attention. By employing visualization techniques, you create a mental blueprint for success, reinforcing your ability to turn envisioned scenarios into reality. This Stoic approach teaches us that the mind is a powerful tool for shaping our experiences. By visualizing positive outcomes, we not only prepare ourselves to face challenges with grace, but also cultivate a mindset of optimism and resilience. Through this practice, we learn that our thoughts can shape our reality, enabling us to approach life's confrontations with confidence and purpose. Embrace this principle to harness the power of visualization, transforming potential obstacles into opportunities for success and growth. The 31st strategy revolves around delegating with trust. Imagine a leader who not only directs but empowers others by entrusting them with responsibilities. This Stoic principle underscores the significance of placing trust in those around us, recognizing that it is not just about offloading tasks but about building a culture of confidence and collaboration. Picture yourself as a conductor of an orchestra where each musician is entrusted with playing their part, contributing to the harmony of the entire performance. By delegating with trust, you acknowledge the strengths and capabilities of others, allowing them to excel and contribute to the collective success. Consider how this practice can transform dynamics in both personal and professional settings. When you trust others to handle tasks, it fosters a sense of ownership and accountability, empowering them to take initiative and innovate. Reflect on leaders throughout history who have exemplified this principle, like Franklin D. Roosevelt, who surrounded himself with a trusted team, relying on their expertise to navigate through complex challenges during World War II. In our own lives, embracing delegation can alleviate stress and enhance productivity. Imagine a workplace scenario where a leader trusts their team to manage a critical project, resulting in a motivated and cohesive group that delivers exceptional results. Similarly, in personal relationships, entrusting loved ones with decisions fosters mutual respect and strengthens bonds. This Stoic practice teaches us that true leadership is not about doing everything yourself, but about inspiring others to rise to their potential. By delegating with trust, we cultivate a supportive environment where collaboration thrives, demonstrating that empowering others enhances not only individual growth but collective achievements. Through this approach, we learn that trust is a catalyst for success, creating a resilient network where challenges are met with shared strength and wisdom. Embrace this principle to build a community grounded in trust and mutual empowerment, reinforcing that the greatest accomplishments are achieved not in isolation but through united effort. The 30-second strategy involves maintaining a balanced life. Imagine a scale perfectly balanced where each side represents different aspects of your life such as work, relationships, and personal well-being. This Stoic principle emphasizes the importance of creating harmony among these elements to sustain stability and resilience. Picture yourself navigating through life's demands with the sure-footedness that comes from knowing each area is tended to with care and intention. Consider how balance acts as an anchor, grounding you amidst the whirlwind of external pressures that may attempt to tip the scale. By dedicating time and energy to nurturing a balanced lifestyle, you create a solid foundation that withstands unforeseen challenges and stresses. Reflect on the role of prioritizing tasks and setting boundaries, ensuring no single aspect of life overshadows others, leading to burnout or neglect. Think about the significance of integrating activities that nourish both body and mind, such as exercise, meditation, and time with loved ones, forming a holistic approach to well-being. Historical figures who have embodied this principle, like Marcus Aurelius, showed us the power of living in moderation and balance, allowing them to lead effectively while maintaining inner peace. In our personal and professional lives, achieving balance empowers us to perform at our best without compromising our health or happiness. Imagine a leader who values work-life balance, fostering an environment where team members feel supported in pursuing personal passions alongside professional responsibilities. This not only enhances productivity but also cultivates a thriving workplace culture. Similarly, in personal relationships, maintaining balance ensures that connections flourish, grounded in mutual respect and shared joy. This Stoic practice teaches us that balance is not about an equal division of time, but about prioritizing what truly matters in each moment. By embracing a balanced lifestyle, we cultivate an unshakable core that remains steady despite external fluctuations, demonstrating that true stability is found in the harmony of life's diverse elements. Through this approach, we learn that when each facet of life is acknowledged and respected, we build a resilient framework that supports a fulfilling existence, inspiring others to seek and maintain their own balance. The 33rd strategy focuses on legacy and long-term vision. Imagine standing on a hill, looking out over a vast expanse, each valley and peak representing your journey through life. This Stoic principle encourages us to adopt big-picture thinking, especially when it comes to navigating adversarial relationships. By considering the long-term impact of our actions, we align our behavior with the enduring legacy we wish to leave behind. Picture yourself as an artist painting a masterpiece that will outlast you, each stroke deliberate and meaningful. This imagery captures the essence of thinking beyond the immediate moment, where decisions are guided by the values and contributions we hope to offer to future generations. Reflect on how this perspective can transform how we interact with adversaries. When we focus on long-term goals, fleeting conflicts become less significant, and we treat opposing parties as part of a broader tapestry of collaboration and growth. Consider historical figures like Nelson Mandela, whose vision for a united South Africa shaped his approach to conflict and reconciliation, leaving a profound legacy of peace and understanding. In our personal and professional lives, embracing this Stoic approach allows us to rise above trivial disputes, seeing them as opportunities to demonstrate integrity and wisdom. Imagine a workplace challenge where a long-term perspective encourages cooperation over competition, fostering an environment where shared goals take precedence over individual disagreements. Similarly, in personal relationships, viewing interactions through the lens of legacy helps us prioritize forgiveness and empathy, strengthening bonds that endure over time. This practice reminds us that our actions today ripple into the future, shaping the world we leave behind. By embracing legacy and long-term vision, we cultivate a mindset that navigates adversarial relationships with grace and foresight, ensuring that our journey is marked by meaningful contributions that resonate beyond our lifetime. Through this approach, we learn that true leadership involves looking beyond the present conflict, steering our lives in a direction that honors our values and uplifts the communities we touch. In conclusion, we've journeyed through an extensive array of Stoic strategies, each revealing unique insights into overcoming adversaries without resorting to physical confrontation. From cultivating inner calmness and understanding perspectives to mastering emotions and harnessing the power of silence, these time-honored techniques have shown us the strength of wisdom over brute force. We learn the significance of leading by example, the transformative power of forgiveness, and the liberating effect of detachment from outcomes. Each principle, whether it was building resilience, practicing virtue, or embracing gratitude, highlighted the profound impact of a Stoic mindset on personal and professional interactions. By integrating these strategies into our lives, we can foster environments of understanding and cooperation, transforming potential conflicts into opportunities for growth. These teachings remind us that true power lies not in the ability to fight, but in the wisdom to choose peace and understanding. In the modern world, where challenges abound and tensions often run high, Stoicism offers a guiding light, revealing that the mind indeed is mightier than the sword. As you reflect on these principles, consider how they can enhance your daily life, providing strength and clarity amid chaos. Embrace the Stoic path and watch as it transforms your relationships, your choices, and ultimately your legacy. Thank you for joining us in exploring these timeless strategies. If you found value in this journey, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more insightful content. Together, let us continue to cultivate a life defined by wisdom, resilience, and peace.